How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today I am not doing anything fun. Working on the family truckster. I got to replace the front brakes on our fancy little minivan here. This thing is actually been pretty doggone good to us. I mean, Chrysler really did a good job of their minivans, but got 150,000 miles on it, and with my wife driving, I'm surprised it lasted that long, to be quite honest. I got to do brakes on it. And the only thing we've actually had with this thing is the flex plate. The flex plate broke. It just broke. And apparently it's really common. We actually bought an extended warranty, so I didn't have to do it. And it just broke. Rattled like a son of a gun. It actually sounded like the exhaust was clanking, and but the flex plate sheared. So I'm gonna get the wheels off this thing, and we'll get her going. Funny thing about this is we had this particular van did not. I think it's a blacktop version. Had to have it sporty looking, you know. So they didn't have the roof rack on them. So we had these tool roof racks put on when we bought it. Came with the van, and I don't think we've ever used them. Seems kind of strange, but I don't think we've ever had anything on the roof racks. But it's held up. Wisconsin winters, not really any rust. My wife doesn't wash it all that much, but it's been a good van. I would definitely recommend it. Like I said, it wasn't treated nice. My wife has a really heavy foot, and really hard on the brakes. And they lasted 150,000 miles. I don't think I've ever done them. So anyway, let's get them apart. Tell you what, I really like rail impacts. They really got some snot to them. Well, I started, and turns out that this has dual piston calipers, and they gave me parts for a single piston. They do have the pads in stock, however, I'm SOL on the rotors. So, since we're heading to Tennessee, I'm going to end up scuffing these up and then reusing them, which I don't want to do, but I think I'm just going to take a Scotch-Brite and scuff the living daylights out of them. So, let me go get the right stuff and I'll be back. Well, that's kind of a bummer. They did not have the rotors in stock. They had the pads, but I was hoping I could scuff the rotors, but I don't think that's going to cut it. So, pretty doggone worn on the inboard side. So, I guess I got to get some rotors. And I'm back. Got the right parts. Good news, I found my favorite hat. And Brock is doing the work. Taking off the caliper bracket. Okay, you can take the wrench off. Hang on. Slide that wrench off, and then take the bolt out on the bottom.
Wait, which way?
That way.
I was doing this way. It's getting tight.
It's really hard to navigate here.
I know. I can hold it.
Holding a phone. So the hat style rotors are always a son of a gun to get off. So what I've been doing, I used to take a hammer and beat the living daylights out of them. But what I started doing, taking an air chisel, going all around the studs, right around the hub, put a little WD-40 or rust penetrant on the hub and then through the studs. It'll leach through and then just pops off. But I used to fight with I had a bunch of Jeep XJs, and I used to just fight with them and fight with them. They would never come off. So I ended up doing that, and it was easy as pie. So this took about 5 minutes or so. Well, I got one rotor on, one side done, and I normally go through about a can of brake clean per side. Because when I was younger, I had something I had to do. I was working at a Chrysler dealer, and truck needed front brakes bad. So I threw it up on a lube rack, swapped them, had greasy fingers like crazy, swapped the pads out right away, drove it off the rack, and I just used a little bit of brake clean, sprayed down the rotor and the pads, and I was driving on the road, and I went about 10 miles. I have never felt brakes lock up as bad as these things did once they swelled. And you can imagine, because a Ram Charger doesn't handle all that well. So I'm driving on the road, all of a sudden that thing cranks left, cranks right. It just started going everywhere as the right and the left front brakes started locking up. I pulled it over. Somebody came pick me up, went to my function, came back, and drove fine after that. But since I didn't, basically those pads just swelled up and just started locking and pulling me everywhere. So I always use an incredible amount of brake clean when I'm doing these brakes. So I don't ever want to have that happen again. Driver's side rotor's off. Look at all the rust that came out of that. Again, I used the air chisel. I was going to video that to show you how quick it was, but that's a lot of sound to try to edit out. So it was, I don't know, about 5 minutes. Air chiseled at the center, put some WD-40 in, whacked her a couple times on the backside, and she started moving around. So one thing I did on the other side, I should have done it on this side, or I'm going to do it on this side, is, I don't know why I didn't do it on the other side, but I'm going to take and put the pads in the caliper bracket, rather than put the caliper bracket on and then put the pads in, because that's a son of a bitch to do the one on the backside. So, I don't know why I didn't do it on the other side. I normally do, but for whatever reason I put that on first. So, we're going to do it that way this time around. Got all the pad slides in. And we'll take and put the pads in as the caliper bracket's off. Like I said, I should have done it on the other side. It would have saved me a lot of hassle, but I didn't for whatever reason. Actually, matter of fact, I ended up taking the caliper bracket off, then putting the back pad in. So, if I had some more time here, I'd clean this up and paint it, but I don't have time. Make sure your slides are free. I'm sure you all know that, but these move nice. Actually, the one on the passenger side, one of the slides was locked up. I had to pull it out, clean it, and grease it. But yeah, make sure they all move. That's why the passenger side pad was just roached. Brakes are on. Now I gravity bleed them, and I've had the best luck. I got a story that goes along with that, but I just crack the bleeder and let it drip till the air's out. Well, got the brakes done. Now I gotta take and do it. A couple power brakes or panic stops. And I probably should have did this earlier in the week rather than like 4 or 5 hours before we were supposed to leave. But hey, what do you do? So, like I was saying, I normally gravity bleed the brakes, and I've had good luck with it. One thing that I had happen is I was working on a Chevy Corsica, and put front brakes on that. I could not get a pedal out of that thing to save my life. And a good buddy of mine, I had a shop that was across from him, and I swear I was working on it for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. I just could not get a pedal. From bleeder to bleeder to bleeder to bleeder, I couldn't get a pedal. So a buddy of mine that him and his dad own a shop across the street. That's actually the guy that I bought my dart from. And he comes walking across the street. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I'm like, trying to get a pedal out of this thing. He basically said, crack the bleeders, let them drip. He goes, you will fight to get a pedal if you don't do that. So I did. And about 15-20 minutes later, I had a pedal. So it's been kind of, I gravity bleed them. If I'm in a rush, sometimes I'll have somebody pump the pedal, but otherwise, I gravity bleed them. So I hope you had a little bit of fun with this, and thanks for staying to the end. Please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get some events, or the next videos, not events, videos coming out. And I appreciate everybody. Thank you for subscribing. Just cracked 200 subscribers. That's pretty cool. So thank you everybody for that. And yeah, have fun. Have a good one. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. One more thing I wanted to mention. When we go on our trip to Tennessee, we're going to be visiting a couple. I've been to an auto museum that's down there. I'll do some filming down there. The cars are fantastic. It's kind of a rotating stock of cars. People donate them and donate them for the museum, and then they take them back, and so the inventory's changing consistently. So should be seeing that next week sometime. And then there's another auto museum I'm going to be visiting as well, and then whatever else I find along the way. So yeah, hit the bell so you see when all that comes out, and I'm going to go beat on my wife's van. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Forgot to do one doggone thing on the van. I had to put that on. And I had to put that on. Now the van's fixed.